Hello and welcome to Storytime with Nada. I am Miss Nada and this is Bo and Donna. They welcome you too. Today's story is all about clouds. Have you ever watched how the clouds move along the sky and how different they can be? Asked Donna. Oh, I would so love to sit on top of one of those puffy white ones and just drift away. I can see myself gliding along the rivers, down to the valleys, and soaring high above the tallest of mountain tops, still covered by snow. That's quite a vision of Donna's. Oh, I don't know, Donna. I have seen some very scary clouds formation the other day. They looked like they were sending lightning bolts and creating thunder all over the landscape, responded Bo. That deep rumble shakes the whole world, and my body with it. Why is that? Do these clouds collide and make that happen? Good question for Uncle John, I think. He's a meteorologist, I think. They work with the weather department to tell us when bad weather is on its way, said Donna. How fortuitous it is that Uncle John had just arrived for a visit and was readily available to explain the story of the clouds a bit more. Well, Donna and Bo, there certainly is no war happening between the clouds, even though it might seem to be so. Clouds are possibly the most interesting and beautiful of all weather formations or phenomena. There are so many varieties, shapes and sizes, but they are all made of the same thing, condensed water or ice particles. After every rain, when the sun warms the ground, all the moisture rises up in a process called evaporation. The air high above is cooler, and all the droplets accumulate into a seemingly dense structure joined by all kinds of debris, which we now see as a cloud. Depending upon the amount of all these particles collected, the clouds take on different appearances. Those darker clouds are so heavy they seem to drag closer to the ground, ready to burst open at any given time. Eventually, that is what they do, and this is what we call a downpour. Have you ever experienced a downpour? When the air temperature is really much colder, what do you think happens to all that moisture up in the sky? Asked Uncle John. Ah, that's easy. They become snowflakes, exclaimed Donna. Correct, says Uncle John. Usually, along with rain, we get lightning and also thunder. Lightning occurs between a cloud and the ground, between two clouds or within a cloud. It can be seen as a bright flash and is followed by the sound of thunder. Thunder! Have you heard thunder? Lightning occurs between a cloud and the ground, between the two clouds or within a cloud. It can be seen as a bright flash and is followed by the sound of thunder. And I've repeated that. When a lightning bolt strikes, it causes sudden heating and expansion of air. This causes a shock wave that becomes a sound wave that we hear as thunder. Lightning and thunder occur at the same time, but it seems like the lightning is first because light travels faster than sound, if you didn't know. So, many of us have heard that you can tell how far away a storm is by counting how long it is between when you see the lightning and when you hear the thunder. This is true. 5 seconds in between means the storm is about 1 mile away. If you don't hear any thunder, it means the storm is a dozen or more miles away. Isn't that interesting? Wow, what a lesson this was for Bo and Donna. Yet, All they wanted to do was just imagine floating on a happy white cloud above the rivers and the meadows and the trees and the mountains. Would you like to float along your neighborhood on a happy cloud? And if so, what would you see? Let me know.